Hey everyone, I'm Lauren, as my class probably knows. I am doing the Cinderella discussion board on the humanistic theory. That's the one that I got the most points on. And this is Cinderella using this therapy. So, therapy. I'm not very creative, but I did the best I could, and I had to grab some toys from my stash and my niece's stash and some dolls from that my mom got me when I was a little girl. So this is the fairy godmother. Oh no. Let's see. Can I put it? Okay, I'm just gonna hold her. Yeah. This is a struggle. There's the fairy godmother. She's gonna be helping Cinderella. And right now, this is Cinderella. So yeah. Um, Later on in the story, we're going to bring out some other props to use, and so y'all just kind of bear with me. So as we all know, Cinderella takes place, and where we're at with this, she is very upset because she cannot go to the ball, and she can't see a way to get there, and the prince has asked her to go to the ball, and she has two evil stepsisters and a stepmother, and so that's where we begin. And so where we begin is Cinderella's crying, and she has no hope that she will ever make it to the ball. So here we have Cinderella and Fairy Godmother. All right, let's see if I can do something here. Boom, there they are. Okay, this is hilarious. All right, I'm gonna try to sleep. Okay. Okay. So here's Fairy Godmother, and here's Cinderella. So Cinderella's standing here. She's like, "Oh God, I can't go to the ball. Oh, this is so sad. Oh God, oh, they're so mean to me, and they're my stepsisters make me do all this sweeping and cleaning, and I gotta dust, and oh, stop. I'm so sad, and I can't go to the ball, and my stepmother just so mean to me. I wish my dad never left me with her. Oh, stop. So here comes the fairy godmother. Ooh. Hello, Cinderella. I'm the fairy godmother, and I'm going to talk to you and how to make you stop crying, and you're going to go to that ball tonight. Yay. So you are? You're going to help me go to the ball? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. That's what I want to do. I want to go to the ball. Let's see here. So, Cinderella, what brings you here today? Well, I always have to work for the mean and ugly, and she's just mean stepmother and stepsisters. They're so mean, and they never let me go out and have a great time, and I got invited to this ball by the prince, and I really want to go really bad, and my life is just terrible. I have to work, and I got these awful clothes with patches, and I just feel so sorry for myself because I'm a disaster, and I can't do anything right. I just want to go to this ball. Meh. It sounds like you're frustrated with your current situation, Cinderella. However, we can fix this, and I'm going to help you find out your self-worth and how much you really are needed and how much people love you and care about you. Oh, fairy godmother, I don't know if you can because I'm just so terrible and I can't do anything right. And I'm so frustrated, and I believe they make me work so I can't believe they made me work so hard without any rest or anything. I just hate it. It must make you very angry. Can you tell me more about how you're treated by your stepmother and stepsisters? And can you tell me what life was like before you had a stepmother and stepsisters? well, they constantly tell me how ugly and how terrible I am at things and how I mean nothing to no one. And oh, fairy godmother, before they were here, my dad, he loved me and he always told me how pretty I was, and here's just a little sneak of how I used to be before those terrible, terrible, terrible stepmothers and sisters came into my life. Oh. This is life before the terrible stepmothers and sisters. This was my castle, and I had everything I wanted. I had a bed, and I had many dresses too, and I could look out the window in my castle and see all the pretty things, and I just had such a wonderful time. My father would tell me how pretty I was, and he would allow me to go and get plenty of books to read, and I could dance and sing and play with my little bird friends, and I just had such a great time. I just miss my dad, who would always compliment me. I just wish everything would just be back to normal and they would get out of my life. Please help me, fairy godmother. Oh, that seems like a wonderful life, Cinderella. How does it make you feel when those evil stepsisters and stepmothers say them things to you? It makes me feel very ugly and useless, and I have no self-worth, and I feel like I'm going to be stuck here all my life, and I just don't know what to do about it, fairy godmother. When people criticize me, it hurts. So, when people criticize you, how do you feel? Okay, so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how we can make you feel the value of your self-worth. That would be so helpful, fairy godmother. Please help me do that. Okay, Cinderella. So whenever your dad was here, he would tell you how pretty you are and how much you helped him and you're loved by all, correct? Yes, he did. Okay, so now let's just, every time those mean and ugly stepsisters tell you things, you just have to close your eyes and think like you're back in that environment with your dad and people who liked you and told you very nice things about you. Do you think you can do that every time those mean stepsisters are ugly to you? Yes, I think I can do that. I really do. But I really want to be pretty tonight and just find the prince and live happily ever after. Well, since you feel like you can do that for me, I'll give you a shot then. Let's fix you up and take you shopping, and we'll get you a really pretty dress, and maybe that prince will marry you and live happily ever after, and you'll never see them evil stepsisters ever again. Okay, that sounds wonderful. So, fairy godmother worked her magic. Let's see. Bam! Uh-oh. Cinderella, you look so pretty. You look very, very pretty. And I got you a car, too, so you can go to that ball. Oh, fairy godmother, I've never felt so great in my life. All it takes is to think about a different environment and surround myself with friends that truly like me and get myself away from these stepsisters. If it wasn't for the stepsister and stepmother, I would never feel this way. I'm going to get away from them and be me and be the person who I want to be. You help me realize that I'm more than just a maid and wear raggedy clothes. Thank you, fairy godmother. You're welcome, Cinderella. And now for your chariot awaits. Woohoo! I'm off to catch my prince and live happily ever after. Sayonara, suckers! Ooh. And there you have it. That's the humanistic approach. So, what we learned from that was, I'm not very creative, for one. And another one, so there's 4 themes we like to go over. Well, I like to tell y'all, just in case I didn't do that within my little play here. Actualization is self-realization. So the fairy godmother helps Cinderella realize that, what these stepsisters and the stepmother was saying was just wrong, and Cinderella needed to think about another time in her life where they weren't there and just, clear her head so she wouldn't think about all those mean things that her stepmother and stepsister said. So condition of worth, that is influenced by a person's self-concept is shaped from important people in his or her life. That was her dad. Her dad was important to her and made her feel, great, pretty, wonderful, like she had a meaning in life. What this is, the humanistic therapy is trying to do is get that to work towards to be a fully functioning person. It's with that person, now Cinderella, lives with a sense of meaning and purpose. And then you get the unique perception by each individual in Cinderella's own world. So it focuses on the individual own experience, informing how treatment will work. So the fairy godmother wanted Cinderella to focus on the positives instead of listening to the stepsisters and the stepmother. So that's kind of how this works, and it's client-centered. So we kind of listen to the client and kind of give that empathy and normalization, and just make them so they'll feel like they have a purpose, and kind of get more positive, draw out some positives rather than the negatives. So that's mine with Cinderella, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm sorry it was so long. I really did practice, but I did the best I could. So I can't wait to see what y'all think. I hope y'all have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks.